I'm in salad and I saw everything, everywhere, all at once. It's directed by the Daniels. And it's also produced by the Russo brothers as well. This was a $20 Patreon request. So if you want to request something like a movie, go to patreon.com/ASEpresents. Oh man, I've been waiting to see this movie for a while now. I finally waited for it to be available for rent. Oh boy, when I rented this movie, I was not really expecting what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting out of this movie. I've heard comparisons to the multiverse, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I've heard a lot of comparisons, and like whether it's like good or bad. And you know, I'm gonna give a review. It's gonna be heavy with spoilers, because that's what I do. I spoil things. You're welcome. Alright, so the movie starts. You get to meet a woman. What a nice woman she is. She's running her own laundromat. She's stressed, and she kind of not very nice. She's very mean woman. I wouldn't want to hang out with her that much, and it sucks that she's got people in her life that have to kind of deal with her. But she's running a failed, I'd say a failing laundromat. You got a husband putting googly eyes on the dryers. So of course she's failing her laundromat. There's a guy who put his shoes in the dryer. She's like, no shoes in the washer. I'm like, it's a dryer. It's a dryer. Have you been to a laundromat? It's a dryer. It's a dryer queen or a speed dryer queen or whatever. So like, I know that's the brand. That's like the most popular brand. So it's like, all right. I see where your business problems lie now. You're kind of generally, oh boy. Anyway, so, guess who's also here? We see, you got the husband and her. They kind of live at the laundromat, which is pretty cool. They live, like, it's like a private door. You know, it's kind of a door right outside of the laundromat. And they're like, you know, cooking food, talking, bickering. I don't see them being very happy, honestly. But, you know, I guess that's just married couples. Married couples bicker a lot. So, then we see her daughter, Joy. And we also see her girlfriend, and they're very cute and lovey-dovey, and I'm like, I just want to hug you and give you so much love. They've met a while ago. It just so happens that you got her dad, which happens to be the granddad of who is the daughter is Joy. That's her name. Her name is Joy, and she's the grandfather, you know, is very traditional, and so Evelyn's very worried that the grandfather is not really going to enjoy the relationship as it is, and so because she feels like she's just doing whatever is right for her, when it comes for the relationship to come up, like, hey, we're in a relationship, who is this person? Well, she's a good friend. Becky's a good friend. And it's like, not Mom, let him deal with the fact that I'm dating a girl, okay? And they get into this whole argument. Like, I know you're dating a girl. It's fine. It's like, I don't know if he'll deal with that well, though. And also, he doesn't know that they're being audited. They're being audited by the IRS. It's a big thing. It's one of the things you can't really avoid in life. Along with death, you can't avoid taxes. There's that. It's like one of the major things. But we do see Ooh boy, I love. There's a point in which Evelyn and Joy are in like the back office and they're sitting in front of some computers, and we see like a flicker of like connected, and then like the husband doing some like cool stuff, just cool acrobatics, running and then running back, and then he's like his husband again. I think his name is like Waymond or something. And he's just he's a mixed bag. Okay, let me tell you. So they're at the IRS office. They go in the elevator. He's like, all right, completely different person. You're not avoid the camera. You are actually in alternate universes, and also nothing of this matters. I need your help. Stay calm. I'm gonna tell you all this stuff, and of course she's confused, as one person might be, and she's like sitting in front of the auditor, right? And all this stuff is happening. She's oh boy, she's first of all, in the elevator, she's giving a headset, and so her brain and neural pathways are being connected. And it's cool. But then we get to the IRS, given some instructions. Walking to the place, she's looking at the janitor's closet. It's like, okay. And then she keeps on walking. She sits down. Oh, this alternate version of her husband is talking to her in a different universe. What is going on? Just imagine you're in a janitor's closet, switch your feet around, and then click the green button. Kapow. Amazing stuff happening, right? Oh, here's what could be more important than taxes? Well, the multiverse is splitting, and also you're the version that is the best version. We've searched far and long and wide for the multiverse. Someone to save the multiverse, and you're it. You're it. You're it. Oh boy. Okay. I'm able to follow this. I gotta give this definitely later in the movie. It gets a little bit harder to follow, but for now, I'm able to follow it, and I'm enjoying it. It's pretty good. I'm like, okay, cool, I like this setup a lot. Also, he's like, hey, by the way, your daughter is the big bad in this universe. She's got this weapon that can cause total chaos, that can just destroy everything. Everything, everywhere, all at once. It can just destroy. And hey, that's the title of the movie. Hey, would you know it? Wow, I can't believe it. Anyway, oh boy. And then we get to see, I love it so much. Just a lot of sequences of just like her in the alternate universes. I love seeing that. Just seeing her like flip back and forth because she can't really control which universe she's in yet. She's like screaming, laughing in like the IRS universe. Meanwhile, she's like being beat up and like kicked in the face, or well, kicked in the face is a little bit later, but she's like having to deal with all this stuff, and she gets like hit in the nose, and she's like, ow, and then she like gets flipped to the real world. It's the husband's remarkable ability to just like talk in a human way that prevents all of them from dying ever. Like, she cannot really talk to someone in a human way. I say can't, but the lesson of the movie, or at least one of them, when oh man, I gotta this is my favorite line, by the way. When Joy comes in, when she's confronting her mom, just kind of like in like some alternate like body than like the main one where she's like in an all white universe. She's like, I don't think you really understand the word can't and the power that the word has. Because there's a lot. You can do anything you want. It's just about the consequences that are after. It's not the action, it's the reaction to the action. That's the important part, too. So, yeah, we're living in this world, flipping back and forth. Yeah, she's ready to take responsibility. She is, you got people coming to her, you got a bunch of henchmen trying to, stop her from saving her daughter. She's trying not to kill her daughter. Everyone else is saying, kill her. She's, the worst. She's going to release this weapon. Can you feel it? Can you feel like a part of you dying? Something's off. Can you feel that? She's like, yeah, I can feel that. Well, you gotta kill her daughter. It's another access point for her to access, It's just like, it's of course, the humanity is like, no, don't kill the daughter. What? I mean, everyone's saying it like as some hard thing to just imagine. She's ultimate evil. Ooh. It's like, she's human. Who's the closest people that's going to help her? Humanity. It's her mom? Maybe some issue that she has to do with her family? Have y'all ever considered that? Have anyone considered that possibility? Because it's like a majority of a lot of people's issues has to do with either their family, themselves, the environment around them. Just stuff around the people is the problem. You gotta look at the people around them, So anyway, also, the alpha, there's the Alphaverse, by the way, I forgot to mention. So the guy controlling the husband, controlling Waymond, it turns out there's an Alphaverse, and he goes by Alpha Waymond. There's also Alpha Gong, and like Alpha Evelyn, Alpha Joy, but she's Jobu, I believe her name is. And Alpha Evelyn, is dead. And the story behind Alpha, the Jobu, Alpha Evelyn kind of fractured her mind caused her too many jumps. She jumped too many ways, so she's like, alright, well, now I experience all the universes all at once, and nothing is meaningful. Nothing matters. And she's like, let me expand your mind. And so she goes to expand her mind. This is after, the Alpha Waymond is kind of passed out on the floor. And she's like, let me expand your mind. Mind expand. She's just going through a bunch of these universes. And so she could finally understand what is up with her daughter. She's just like, I wish there was somebody else to experience this pain that I'm constantly experiencing. There's nobody else that understands my pain. And it's like, you're just pained. You just want love. And nobody is giving you love because this is a very loveless world, and a world which everyone should have love. But it's not really practical. Well, it's not easy to give everybody what they want, what they need, So, especially in a world where she's kind of not, she's not expressing it, So, oh boy, this is a sad one. So, she's like, alright, here's a mind explosion to go through the multiverses. And then she's like, oh, I understand you, daughter. I understand what you're going through. And she's like, good, now, I want to go through this everything bagel, everything, everywhere, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. That's the episode title of the... Wow, I can't believe it. I'm not going to use that take. This is weird. what was it? So the mom now understands the perspective of the daughter. The daughter's like, okay, now will you join me in walking through this everything bagel and experiencing what's on the other side? Because I just built this everything bagel because I want to just end it all. It's not good. No one understands me. Now, well, I guess the mom does. And she's about to be like, yeah, I'll join you until you get a Waymond. Memory Waymond or Alpha Waymond, someone. He's like, just be kind. Just be kind, alright? Just be kind. Very, very, very kind. That's the answer, because nobody knows what they're doing. So, just give everyone a break. You know? It's the ultimate lesson. Just give everyone a break. And be kind. So, she's like, alright, cool. I have powers, which I have not been able to harness before. I can I can kind of project into different universes and inherit those skills to fight against all your henchmen. And so she does that, and it's really cool. It's a cool sequence that she does it. She also does it to where she understands what each henchman needs and just, like, gives it to them. Like, oh, you two are kissing now. You two are married. Oh, you just wanted to be punished in a BDSM kind of way? All right, spank. Oh, you just want this one thing, weird, odd thing? All right, here you go. And now they're all happy. And it's just like, okay, it just seems like the solution to everything is just get everyone what they need, and they'll be happy. But the only reason why we have unhappy people is because their needs aren't being dealt with, you know? It's just, I really appreciate this movie. I was like, oh, this is actually, I haven't, like, seen a movie in a while where the message is so explicitly just be kind. Because it's like, no, not a lot of people, and I say this earnestly, not a lot of people have a lot of love in their life, okay? Number one, there's not a lot of love being shared around, and the mother does realize it. She's not giving a lot of love to her daughter. She's, like, kind of being like, yo, you're fat. You need to, like, chill out. It's like all these criticisms, and it's like you could just be giving love instead, and it's like a better motivator, and it keeps people together longer, is love versus hate, which is, granted, another form of love, but it's a kind of a destructive version of it. Or, well, yeah, I'd say destructive. Spite is different from love. Spite could be a good motivator, but, I mean, spite is different from hate. Spite is a good motivator. Hate is not good. It's the opposite of love, though. Well, the opposite of love is apathy. Anyway, the daughter and the mom are like, okay. They're having a time where they're, like, bonding, because the daughter is just like, yeah, I just want, there's only a few things that I want. It's like, and the daughter, oh, you know what's also fun? During, like, all these, like, jumping, where she, like, jumps to a place where she's, like, a superstar, and she's, like, watching her own movie, and it's, like, very meta, and it's like, oh, that's cool. I like that, like, part of her scene is, like, on screen, and it's also a different universe, which implies a lot, but there's also, like, we also see, she's like, it'd be nice to just be like, have you ever thought about different universe? And she's also talking to, in that universe where she's rich and famous, Waymond, who's a successful, like, billionaire business guy, who's got a suit on, he's pretty cool. He's like, you know, have you ever just thought maybe I just want to do laundry and taxes? I'd trade that for anything else, you know? And it's like, oh, you just gotta appreciate the life that you have because other people want it. Like, you don't really know, like, what other people's lives are like and whether it's glamorous. So just appreciate the loved ones that you have, and everything will be okay, because ultimately nothing matters. You can do whatever you want. And it's a nice lesson. They hug it out. The mom, Evelyn and Joy hug it out. It's pretty sweet. And then they end with just like, the grandfather. Oh, you know what? Before it all ends, she like is like, okay, I'm gonna force the grandfather to accept that they're dating. Becky and Joy are dating. Hey, grandfather. Well, I guess it'd be her dad. Hey, Dad. This is Joy's girlfriend. And it turns out he's taking it well, okay? He's talking to the girlfriend. He's like, yeah, this is nice. Young love is great. And they're just hugging it out in the parking lot. And it just seems like things are, like, better now. She seems calmer, even with, like, taxes. She returns to do taxes. And, you know, she's not, like, freaking out. She seems to be, like, loving and being kind. And everything is nice and kind and loving. And that's how the way things should be. And, oh, man. I really appreciate this movie's messaging and just, like, yeah, nothing matters. I mean, ultimately, all the things that are human life are made up. Society made up. Civilization's made up. YouTube is made up, by the way, by programmers or programming, which is a made up language, on a computer, which is made up, by the way, which is made by, like, materials, which is found on Earth, but also, like, metal, which is made by humans, and the way that they're using the technology is also made by humans. This is all like, nothing of it, nothing matters. This is all made, alright, just because humans were like, oh yeah, I want to make that. Steve Jobs was like, I'm going to make an iPhone, and so he did, and then now everybody everyone has, like, some brick is inspired by Star Trek, which is inspired by other things. It's all interconnected, and if you don't see that, then I don't understand. It's all interconnected. It's all the things are connected, and everything is closer to you than it seems. The mother certainly did not understand that the entire universe was about to collapse because her moody daughter was like, didn't have any love and in another universe, and therefore was going to destroy herself and the entire universe along with it. So she just needed to give her some love, which is what she needed, and she's like, yeah, you can just stay here, it's okay, I'm here, I want to hang out with you and hang out and have some nice time, lovey-dovey vibes. Come here, daughter, you're the greatest person ever, awesome sauce. Oh man, I'm just like, yeah. Also, I should probably mention the cinematography. The choreography was pretty rad too. But also, like, the shooting of it was like, it's like a couple of like the boxy camera angles and then like a zoom out and then it's like following the action. I was like, oh yeah, oh I love this so much. Oh man, I can't wait. Ooh, I'm just loving it. Oh man, I want more A24 films, please. More movies by the Daniels and the Russo brothers. Y'all are doing good. If you ever see this, y'all are doing good, and produce more. All right, and so I gotta give this movie solid 9.5 out of 10. If you like this content and more content at patreon.com/ASEpresents for $3 a month, you get some daily vlogs plus some extended mint salad sauce. $20 a month, you get one review per 1 month. So go check out patreon.com/ASEpresents. More links to support me are in the link tree down below. linktr.ee/titsmintsalad. Also, I'm answering all fan DMs on fansly.com/itsmintsalad. Until next time, at Mint Salad Saw, I'll see you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits.